All right, it's part 8 of How to Be Your Own Doctor. My name is Joel. I'm an ER nurse and a naturopath. And part 8 is about trust. It may not seem like something that is crucial for your health or your well-being, but it really is. And it determines how we live our lives. So science has just discovered that the spark that our brain receives that triggers us to breathe and triggers our autonomic nervous system to function, that spark has a source, but its source is not from yourself. They don't know where it comes from. They don't know what it is exactly. And so just that little fact, scientific fact, is something that really helps to demonstrate how much we actually have to trust. We have to trust that we are not in control of everything in our lives. We trust things like gravity. When you sit down on a chair, you trust that the chair is going to hold you. You trust that when you take a step, you're not going to fly off into space. There are powers, there are things that are outside the realm of our control, and we have to trust. And so it behooves you to, in your life, understand that you are not in control, that anxiety, worry, care, those are all things that are symptoms of thinking you have control over everything, and you don't. And so the sooner that you're able to just be in the moment, learn to let go, learn to trust in my personal preference as God and His ability to control everything in my life and manipulate and for the best of my health and happiness. He does all those things for me because He loves me, like a parent. And so when you're struggling with anxiety, worry, and care, and frustration, and just feeling out of control, understand first that yes, you are out of control. I work in the ER, and so I see all the time situations where people's lives have been changed in an instant. We had a 19-year-old young kid came in the other day. He was a passenger in a vehicle and was killed instantly by a head-on collision with another vehicle. Things like this I see all the time, and so for me it's very in my face that I am not in control of my life and that things can happen just so quickly that will change the whole trajectory of life. And so learning to trust is crucial. One of the best ways to learn trust, because I know it's hard for all of us, is to just be thankful. Be thankful in this moment that you're breathing, that you have eyes to see, that you have ears to hear, whatever it is that you do have, the abundance that you do have, being thankful for it, and being thankful out loud about it, and telling people about just how good your life really is. Because even in our worst, we are still better off than someone. So learning to be thankful for the things that you have. Somebody was just telling me the other day how we don't realize the amount of wealth we have as Americans, especially. Things like electricity or refrigeration are equivalent to like 50 or 100 slaves back, 500 years ago. These modern conveniences that we have, we think we're like, oh, so we're suffering when our AC goes out, or we have $50 in our bank account. Like, these are things that are actually levels of wealth that we don't process, we don't compute, because we haven't seen true just disparity, like true poverty, true suffering. We just aren't aware. We just have no clue. And so being thankful for what we do have is a great way to start learning how to trust and be your own doctor.